Hello everybody, I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular. I just got some really cool silver in today. But you know what? I really don't want to talk about this stuff. This is the generic bullion, some kind of better collectible pieces. That stuff is fun. But let me talk about what I thought all the time, all this time I've been collecting, is the very best silver that you can possibly buy. That's right, junk silver. I love this stuff so much. I don't care what you want to call it. Constitutional, 90%, pre-65. This is junk silver as I know it. And I love this stuff so much. I got these, my favorite actually, out of all the different junk silver out there. The Walking Liberty $50. And I want to go through each piece. Sometimes when you get big groups like this, you find some better stuff. I found many 1938D Walking Liberty $50 doing this right here. And that's a better, better coin. And you can tend to, if you search through your stuff, when you get like big piles like this, you can tend to, even do better on junk silver than normal. Prices have come down, premiums have come down on junk silver finally. So I'm going to start talking about it. Again, I've always been kind of talking about it, but I've kind of shied away from it a little bit because the premiums were just wonky. But I want to get into this big load right now of junk silver and see if there's anything cool in there. So stay with me. Well, hello everybody. I seek to educate and entertain through my journey of collecting coins and stacking precious metals. I encourage you to subscribe and please stay with me on this journey. I am Spegtacular, the Silver Stacular. I'm telling you guys and girls, if you're on the fence about what is the best silver you can buy, junk silver by far, I think is the lead of all the silver. It's instantly fractional. It's got the history value. It is a coin. It's got 90% silver in there. It's easy to recognize. The stuff is great. Fantastic. And like I was talking about, sometimes you start looking through it and you can find some rarities, oddities, and some better pieces too, for sure. So anyways, I'm going to start going through, and I've got actually, this is what I kind of use. I use the Red Book of Coins. I keep it open to whatever I'm looking at the time. So Walking Liberty $50. You all probably know this for the most part, and generally if you get junk silver, you're going to be down at the lower end of all the conditions for sure. But if you look right here to the 1938D, for example, only 491,600 were actually minted compared to, millions in some other years right here, as you can see. So you can see, and you can't always trust these prices, and I wouldn't, but you can see how the price definitely jumps up, even in low grade, on this 1938D. And while I don't agree with those prices, there is definitely a jump when you go to sell these right here in comparison to, like, I don't know, a 1938 plain that's right above it. So anyways, that's what I do. I kind of keep it open, but we're going to go through together and we're going to make some stacks and fill up some tubes for sure. This is 1945. Sometimes I've actually found better coins mixed in when I get these right here. So not just better coins, I mean like the better dates. I mean like actual like coins that aren't like worn out. So just better condition. You got to look through, man. You got to have fun with this hobby a little bit, right? A lot of people love to coin roll hunt, and even today in 2024 when I'm making this video, people love to coin roll hunt and they still find Walking Liberty $50 in the coin rolls. How is that possible, you say? This coin right here, was minted, well, it's starting to get to close to the 100-year mark now. There's definitely years that were over 100 years. Well, right here's one, 1917, well over 100 years old. But the entire series, a couple decades from now is going to be over 100 years old. And how are people still finding those in coin rolls? Well, somebody has these right here in their collection somewhere. Maybe they put them away in a drawer. Maybe they mix them up with other coins of whatever kind. And some family member gets a coin collection, doesn't know what the heck they are. They know that they are coins, and they throw them in a big pile, and they go to like a coin star or whatever, and they just roll them up in there, or they send them to the bank and just get rid of them, right? They don't need them. They're not coin collectors. They don't know anything about coins. Coins are for nerds, right? Well, you know what? These nerds tend to find these coin roll hunters, and then they make use of them. Now they've got the treasures. And then one day they die and their family gets their collection and then they roll them up and bring them to the bank. But hey, for right now, But right now, that doesn't happen. I'm going to try my best to fill up all the tubes I have, or at least some of the tubes I have. I don't know if you've noticed this, but my new little setup, I have a wall over here of empty tubes. My plan is to fill those up ASAP. So, you know, premiums had been nuts on Walking Liberty half dollars, junk silver of any kind. So I kind of like just stayed away. You know, I just couldn't see paying that kind of a premium. Although, you know, I'm still paying right around the $17 for every dollar face value now for junk silver. And that's a lot better than what it was, right? When junk silver was going over the $20 mark for a dollar, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pause, and I'm just gonna stick with, you know, other stuff. Because there gets to be a point where junk silver is not the ultimate silver anymore if the pricing and the premium start to basically dictate that it's not. So far, I have not seen anything out of this pile that you know, constitutes a second look that makes me kind of go, wow, you know, this is great. Don't get me wrong; these are still worth, you know, a good amount just based off of just being junk silver. But sometimes you find those little diamonds in the rough, and that's what I'm hoping for today. Nothing. Still love looking at them. Still love these right here. I see these right here going off like on eBay. People are selling like one at a time for the same price as getting two. So, I mean, depends on where you go for sure. This is, I mean, a little bit better of one, but it's a 1943. It's not that great. You can start to see a little bit more of the coin come out, you know, as the condition gets better. You can see the stars and the American flag there. You can kind of see her figure more rather than her just be one straight line almost, is what it seems like when it starts to wear out. You just almost looks like Liberty's like one straight line. So you can kind of see the detail a little bit more. A lot more feathers right there, but still, we can get better. That's still nothing too special, in my opinion. I love the sound of this stuff, by the way, too. It has been a while. It has been a while. So here's another example of a decent condition one. But again, 1941, I mean, there's not a whole, you know, a lot of a rare date by any means. We can go over here to the red book, 1941. What was the mint mark? D. You can see the mint mark always down there in the corner, unless it is the 1916 or the 1917 with the obverse mint mark, so the front mint mark. This is not that, so this is just a reverse mint mark, no big deal. But 1941, D had 11 million minted. So even at a decent condition, there was a lot of survivors of that. I'm going to put that to the side anyways because it is a decent condition. So, but it's still not worth a crazy amount. Again, another better one. But in 1942, a lot minted then. I might just separate those. Why not, right? I got time. 1918. This is a decent 1918 as well. San Francisco, yeah. Those are fun to put away. I like to make sets of pre-1920 walkers, or 1920 and before. So pre-1921. 1921 is a key date of the Walking Liberty half dollar. So not going to find too many of those, but is it possible? Sure. People find 1916D Mercury dimes in junk piles. So, in fact, I think that's where most people are finding them today. And those right there, in really low condition, are very expensive. Very, very, very. Yeah, see how it's starting to get worn? It just got worn straight down the leg right there. 1941. These are so much fun. When is the last time I've done a video like this? It's been forever, right? Been forever. Whoa, that one just jumped off. Okay, here we go. We're getting there. Just bear with me. I just want to see if there's anything good in here. And I wanted to take you on the ride with me. Whether there's, you know, I say that the wrong way. Every single one of these coins is good. Don't get me wrong. These are great. My favorite thing to collect, Walking Liberty half dollars. But I meant, like, you know, better, of course. You know, dance with me a little bit. Just dance with me. There we go. That's a nice one. A little shiny on this one right here. It's definitely been cleaned up, but nothing too special. You can see more of the feathers right there. But this has definitely been like polished a little bit. I'll keep it to the side anyways. 1940. 1942, 1943. All right, getting some big piles at least. I should be able to fill up most of my half dollars. This is about $900 or so worth of Walking Liberty half dollars, by the way. 1939, getting closer. It's amazing how many 1938 Ds I've found doing this right here. It's like they're just out there. Never any that's like fantastic condition by any means. Let's see, two 1942s. 1942, 1941. There's a couple as you get to the later in the series. There's a 1918, looks like it has tape or some kind of glue all over it. There's a couple of rarities. Like there's a 1946 double die reverse in decent grade. Those can start to get a little bit pricey, but nothing too fancy in the lower grades. Let's see, 1942, 45er, 41, 43. What is that one? There's a 1918. Look at the difference between the 1918s. Is this earlier one that we got versus this one right here? Slicked out pretty good, huh? I mean, at what point can you say that's a PO1, right? Huh? That'd be kind of cool. The lowest grade coin there is, the 1. And those are highly collectible. If you can get the official 1, oftentimes people get like a 2. What is this one? This bright one. It's a little bit bright, huh? 1942. You can keep that to the side. 1934. Let's see, 42, 42 again. 44. Starting to get down to the nitty and the gritty. I really need to know if you all out there in YouTube land, my subscribers, my followers, people that just randomly somehow started watching a video about some guy going through his coins, are you still getting the junk silver? Are you trying to get the junk silver? You want the junk silver? I'm big on it right now. I think it's back. 1917. I wish it was the obverse mint mark. I've only ever found one of those. And the mint mark, if it's an obverse mint mark, will be right there by the "In God We Trust." It's cool to see. That's one of my favorite coins too, beyond the, already a favorite in the Walking Liberty half dollar. The obverse mint mark, I think that was a mistake to move that to the rear. I love that on the front. Here's a 1918 again. Decent condition there for a 1918. All right, we'll keep it to the side. That survived over 100 years. And I did mention that, right, that I do separate anything pre-19, like the 20s and below. So the 16s, I don't think I've ever found a 16 that's decent enough to notice it's a 16. I don't think. But a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I'll keep those in a separate tube. And I've made a couple tubes of those now at this time. A little toning on that one, huh? 1941, 44. Did I already go through those ones? I don't remember. 43, 42, 45. I might have. Few more here. Few more. These last two little piles right there, and then we're all dunzos. I think that's a 29. Yeah, 29 with glue or tape residue all over it. A lot of people took those and they'll have like a binder where they put, or an album where they put the other coins in there and they just put tape right over top. Looks terrible, right? But whatever. It still has 90% of it as silver. Now these get a little bit worn down, so some people don't enjoy junk silver because of that, right? It's got all different weights technically because of the wear and tear to them, but I think you'll still be pretty good off if you're collecting these right here for the silver content. 44, 35. And they look iconic too, don't they? They look so good. So good, in fact, that our modern United States Mint used this idea right here to create our bullion coinage for the United States. So the American Silver Eagle uses this right here. Bada bang, 1918. And almost done. We've almost reached the finish line. 1938, please. In fact, we'll save the 1938 till the end because we're going to turn it over and we're going to see if it's a D. it's a D, that'd be so awesome to find that. That'd be so awesome. It makes it just a little bit more valuable. And what's this one? 1941. That could almost be a decent condition. A little flat right there along the body line. That toning is wonky, isn't it? And some wonky toning. All right, let's see. Come on, be a 1938 D for the peoples. What are my other options? So in 1938, we'll put the red book over here real quick. In 1938, you can see that the plane is over 4 million. Well, we couldn't see that. 4 million. 1938 D, 491,000. In 19, that's it. So it's going to either be, there was no San Francisco in 1938. So it's plane or D. All right, we want the D. We want Denver. We don't want the Philadelphia this time. Can we do it? Can we do it for the YouTube? Come on. All right, here we go. Ready? We want to see that little D. Oh, that sounded terrible. Okay, show me the little D. No, not today. There's no little D. That's all right. That's okay. It was fun anyways. We'll remember you. We'll pet you for the remembrance. Anyways, so that is my stacks. And keep a couple right here to the side, over here to the right, that I'm going to end up probably tubing up into something a little special and different. But let's see. And let's see, I already had a tube going, so that's what, 1 coin was in there? What is that 1 coin? That was just a 1944. So the way I do my tubes, because I ended up just locking them away forever, I'm not trying to count them out and put exactly 20 in there. So I'll just put whatever happens to fit. And typically these right here will fit a little bit deeper than the 20 because there is some wear to them. Probably take one more out. In fact, so you can see that I've got this many in there right now. Let's see how many that actually is. So 5, 10, 15, 21. So one more fit in that tube. And that just shows you that these coins had a little wear done to them over the time. I mean, like I said, some of them are actually even over 100 years old now. So this is a little bit of a worn out coin. But then if I ever did, let's say I did go to sell them, oh, you better believe I'm counting them out. I'm not, I'm not going, hey, let's just pretend like there's 20 in a tube. No way. No way. We're counting. We're counting. We're bringing everybody's hands and fingers and toes, and we're getting all the counts in the right way. All right, so let's see. There's that tube filled. I know I got more of these tubes somewhere. I know it's just not just two, but anyways, these tubes are cheap, so if I do need more, I can go find more. Yeah, there's more right there. But I've already got some, I think some, yeah, got some Kennedys in there, some 40%ers, so I can't break that up right now. I'm trying to preserve that. I got to find some more tubes, ladies and gentlemen, but you've watched long enough. It's just me saying basically that junk silver, I think, is back. I do still believe it's the ultimate form of silver to collect. U.S. collectors mostly. A lot of different countries out there have some form of, junk silver, and it's basically silver that was used as a means of money, right? Everyday commerce. You used your country's coinage, and this stuff is out there in just about every country that is out in the world, and you guys probably have some somewhere in local to you in your coin shops, wherever you are, of your coinage. So in America, this is typically what we have. We got your half dollars, your quarters, your dimes, and if you want to consider your wartime nickels, then you can. But yeah, bada bang. Anyways, I'm still stacking them. Hope you guys are collecting the junk. Love you all. Spegtacular is out. When I was a kid, we did this every day in school, and I believe we need to bring this back a little bit, and I'm going to start right now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.